Let's turn our attention to the C# language. C# is a standardized language for creating .NET components and applications. It's a standardized language because Microsoft took the specifications on the syntax of this language and the semantic rules for interpreting it and registered them with ECMA International. ECMA is an internationally recognized standards organization. You can come to the ECMA website and you can download the C# standard. It's known as ECMA-334. It's actually a really good read once you become more familiar with the C# language. This document can give you the really nitty-gritty details of the language, and you can discover some of the more subtle features of C#. As I mentioned previously, you can use C# to create any type of .NET application. You can create applications and services and also reusable libraries. That is, you can package up code to use across multiple applications by creating a library. The syntax was inspired by C++, as was Java's syntax, so all three of these languages look somewhat similar. Here's a snippet of C# code that is defining a method called main. A method is a place where you can organize your code, and you can call a method to force the code inside of that method to execute. The code inside of this method is using the datetime class to find out what the current day of the week is. When this program is executing, what is the day of the week? If that day of week is equal to Monday, and we'll check that by using a double equal sign. So if the current day of the week is Monday, then we will branch inside of this if statement. So we'll execute the code inside of the curly braces. Inside of here, we're calling another method, writeLine. This method is attached to a console class. So console.writeLine is forcing writeLine to execute, and we're passing it some data. We're passing it a parameter. We're passing it information that it's going to write onto the screen. In this case, it's just going to write out the text, another case of the Mondays. And again, that only happens on a Monday. If the current day is not a Monday, we don't execute the code inside of here. We just come straight down here to the bottom where the method will simply exit and return without writing out any information to the screen.